What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Y'all already know it's your girl Yana Samaria, and we are back again with another banger. So listen, if you don't know where you are, let me introduce. You are at the real place where we talk about real situations the real way. Okay, welcome to Real Spill TV. I don't know about y'all, but y'all, this hair, this wig is giving me me, myself, and I Beyonce music video. Y'all know she was in all black with the I'm gonna spare y'all the vocals because y'all know I can't sing, but come on now. Anyway, anywho, so today we're gonna talk about something that I feel like everybody struggles with. I struggled with this for a very long time, and it was until I got over it. It took for me to get over it, for me to live my life in a whole nother way, in another perspective, in another aspect, and that is not being ashamed of your own story. So last night, y'all, I took a walk down memory lane, and excuse me, sickness just don't want to let up off me, okay? But last night I took a walk down memory lane, and I really thought about everything that transpired in my life before that moment, and I began to cry. And I was like, okay, girl, what are we crying for? You know, what's going on? But I realized that those weren't really tears of sadness or of regret. Those were tears of happiness, of gratitude, because I'm so thankful for everything that has happened in my life, and that has never happened to me before. Usually I walk in a place of regret. I walk in a place of, oh, shoulda, woulda, coulda, oh, I'm wasting time if I just. But at that moment I was like, wow, it was like a flush of gratitude just flooded my body, and I just thought about it, and I said, I love my story. My story are the things that have happened to me in my life that led me to this point, that led me to this woman. This woman that's in front of you now is not the woman that was in front of me 4 years ago, 5 years ago. This is a brand new woman, an even better woman. So now that I'm looking at her, I'm like, wow, she's beautiful. And had she not went through the things that she went through, she wouldn't be sitting here. So how dare I look at things from a place of lack or from a place of shame? And so I had to get myself together, and so I'm here to get you together. There's no way you should be ashamed of your story and the things that you went through, because they made you who you are. They made you the woman that you are. They made you the man that you are. The way that you think, the way that you walk, the way that you talk, they made you that. Now we have to be careful, because we have to make sure we're looking at it from a place of gratitude, and from a place of knowing that all things, not some, all things work together for your good. Even the bad things, they work together for your good. And when I realized that those things had to happen in order for me to grow, y'all, my life got better. The weight was lifted. And at the time I didn't see it. It was bad. I went through some stuff. It was bad. I was like, my dad had to die? Are you sure? I had to be sexually assaulted? Are you sure? Like, could you have taken that out and still the story been the same? The answer is no. Those things had to happen. And I look at those things now as lessons. I don't look at them as problems. I don't look at them as, I look at them as lessons for the big test. Think about it. When you in school, the test gonna come regardless. If you study or not, the test is going to come. You're gonna have to take it. Now the difference is whether you just gonna write your name on it and give it to your teacher, or you gonna sit down and actually fill out a test of confidence because you know you study. The things that happen in your life all are built for a moment that is coming in your life. I can't tell you what that moment is or when that moment will be, because that's your moment. But regardless, it's going to come. And the question is, will you be ready? The only way you're going to be ready is if you embrace your story. If you embrace the things that has happened and will happen. Because let me tell y'all something about life. It's going to roll. It's going to happen regardless you want it to or not. And everything in life wasn't meant to be easy. Everything in life wasn't meant to be great. And nothing in life is free. So you have to decide, okay, am I going to cry about it? Am I going to fold and cry about it? Or am I going to put my big girl boots on, my big boy boots on, and face these things head on and not be ashamed of anything. And people are always shocked when I say, you can't use anything against me, because I'm an open book. I have sat in my emotions long enough, sat in my story long enough to know it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. These things had to happen. And I'm glad that they did. Everything happened for a reason. And I'm not going to allow you or anyone else to make me feel less than because I went through that. Or less than because I chose to do that at a younger age. Everybody has room to grow. That is what life is all about. It's about growing. So yeah, you're going to make mistakes when you're young. Yeah, things are going to happen to you when you're young. You're not going to always be the wisest. But let me tell you, those lessons that you went through helped you become wiser, helped you grow your discernment, helped you grow as a person. So those were needed. Had you not had those things, you would still be the ditzy person that you were. I'm sorry. We were all ditzy at one point. Like, come on, let's just be real. When you were born, you didn't come out walking. You had to learn how to walk. How did you learn how to walk? Through trial and error. You had to fall and get up. Fall and bruise your knee. Fall and cry and get up. You had to run into a couple walls like me and get yourself together. And guess what? Eventually, you were able to walk just as good as you walk now. But it took you to learn. And it took you to have those bad moments. So can I ask you to not throw away your whole story based on a bad chapter? Chapter 2 probably was terrible. It was probably things that you felt like was not fair that happened to you. But you can't stay in there. You can't stay in chapter 2. Because God is waiting on you at chapter 4. You know what I'm saying? You can't stay in the things that made you sad or made you upset. They were supposed to hurt. I'm not here to, you know me, I'm keeping it a buck with you. They were supposed to hurt. Life wasn't meant to be easy. It was gonna hurt. It was gonna get on your nerves. It was gonna make you mad. It was gonna embarrass you. But life is meant to make you. All this, life can make you or break you. There is no or. When you put an or there, you give it an option. There is no option. Life is meant to make you. You squeeze me and lemonade comes out. You feel me? So if you look at life like that, like, okay, life is here to make me, you'll stop looking at things as problems. You'll look at them as adventures. Okay, so that happens to me. No, that didn't really feel good. But you know what? That's an adventure that I'm willing to embark because it's going to lead me to another experience. If you watch any of my previous videos, I talked about life as a toolbox. And each lesson that you have gives you a different tool to put in your toolbox to help you along your journey. So if you go lesson 1 and you quit on lesson 1 and you don't want to learn anymore and you get out the classroom, lesson 5 still gonna come. Because the test still gonna come. You're gonna feel it because you gave up on lesson 1 because it was hard and hurt. We need to normalize being okay with who we are. Flaws and all. Being okay with the things that happen to us. I'm sorry those things happened to you. I really, really am. And if I could take the pain away, I would. But you need that pain. I'm sorry to tell you. You need that pain because that's going to sit. When you sit in that pain, that pushes you. That births something. I don't believe you can birth anything beautiful until you went through a little bit of something. I really don't. I really don't. You ever been talking to somebody and you like, oh, they can't tell me nothing because they ain't been through nothing. That's true. If you haven't been through nothing, what experiences what wisdom are you speaking from? You know what I'm saying? So embrace who you are. Embrace your story. Embrace the things that has happened to you. And don't get stuck because it happened. Look at it as, okay, it happened. I got over it. Think about it. Y'all been talking to somebody that's like, 2016 I went broke, man, and everything, it's 2020, mind you, 2022, and everything they talk about is going back to 2016 and how they lost what they lost in 2016. How long? How long are you going to sit in that space of I lost, I lack? And that was me. I was in a place of I didn't have. Everybody would be telling me, oh, Ayana, you have X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't have. Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, but I don't like the fact. Yeah, but I'm still. And I was miserable. I was miserable. And I was wondering why I got a fake happy. You fake happy because you're too busy living in the past. You're too busy living in the negative part of your story. You have the opportunity to change the whole narrative. The pen is technically in your hands. Will you write your story, or would you let life write it for you? Because life gonna roll, it's gonna happen, bad things are gonna happen, it's inevitable, you can't escape it. The question is, how are you going to look at it? What are you gonna do about it? Don't be ashamed of who you are. Don't be ashamed of what happened to you. It made you the woman that you are. It made you the man that you are. And it's hard to believe that bad things had to happen in order for you to become compassionate. Bad things had to happen in order for you to break your pride. Bad things had to happen in order for you to break your ego. Bad things had to happen in order for you to become this loving person. It sounds crazy until you go through it. Then you're like, oh, it makes sense. But as long as you're looking at it from what you don't have and what happened to you and oh, woe me, it will never begin to make sense. You'll never get that full circle moment. Full circle moment comes with clarity. Clarity comes with understanding and acceptance. Accepting, it is, say it with me, y'all. It is what it is. It was what it was, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And know that God is not gonna give you more than you can handle. And that's evident. People roll their eyes and oh, that's so cliche, but that's obviously apparent if you're sitting here right now. If something happens to you when you're a child and you're sitting here right now, no, to you, you might not, you might still have triggers or you might still have trauma. That's expected. Nobody said to just get over it. Nobody said, oh, it don't matter. Nobody said it wasn't gonna sting. But you gotta climb out of there. And when you climb out of there and you're able to look at your story like, that's my story. Yeah, that's me right there. That's my book. That's my name. I wrote that. And, the parts that I didn't like, guess what I did? I changed. And how do you do that? Change your perspective. Change the way you think about it. Change the way you look at it. Instead of looking at it as dirt, look at it as paint. That's the thing about life. It's magical. You have the ability to change it. And you have the ability to own your story and own who you are and rock out. So when you take that approach, nobody can shame you for anything that you've done, any decision that you made, because you've dealt with it. You've sat with it. You've understood it. You've accepted it. And now it's time to move on. And anybody that want to hold you to who you were in the past or what you did in the past or the decisions that you made in the past or the things that happened to you in the past, those are not the type of people that you want around you, first of all, because they don't understand the idea of growth, and that's what this thing called life is about. If they are not here to grow, they're wasting time, and you are not here to waste time. You're here to get the best out of life, and the best thing you can get out of life is growth, acceptance, understanding, discernment, wisdom. You notice I didn't say money, I didn't say cars, I didn't say clothes. Those are all cover-ups. The best thing to get out of life is things that are free, but it takes work. And people don't want to do the work. And so they shame you because they don't want to do the work. Don't be like that. Don't shame yourself because you don't want to do the work. Sit in your emotions. Sit in the things that has happened to you. Whether it was rape, molestation, being beat on, domestic violence, whatever it was. Where you did things to people, you were rude or mean or nasty to people, you took advantage of people, whatever it was, sit in that, feel that, and allow whatever emotion to come behind it, whether it's tears, whether it's anger, whatever it is, allow that to come to the surface. Let it out. Accept it so you can move on. And you can own the rest of your story. I'm telling you, do not give up. based off of one bad chapter. Because the rest of the book was beautiful. But how you know is you fold your arms and pout your lip out on chapter 2. That's just the beginning. We didn't even get to the middle, and we definitely didn't even see the end. Child, I own my story, and I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of the woman that I have became, and I'm proud of everything that I've overcame. And no one can make me be ashamed about who I am. And if they don't accept the fact that I've changed, that's on them. That doesn't mean I didn't change. That was my rant for y'all for today. I need to go take my medicine, because I'm sure you can hear it. I need to go take my medicine and lay my behind down. But I hope this really helped you own your story, because it's beautiful. And until you own it, you won't be able to write a new chapter. Not a good one. I'm rooting for you. I love you for free. It's your girl Yama Samaria. I am